Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be touring this tiny house. We don't really do tiny house tours, but we were at this open house the other day and talking to the realtor and said we had a YouTube channel and maybe we'd be interested in touring this tiny house, and she said okay. We are going to be touring this tiny house today. It's in Anchor Point, Alaska, and we're really excited to share it with you. Today we are baby free, so if you're here for the babies, I'm sorry, but it will go much quicker and faster if we don't have the babies. Let's go on inside. We're in this new construction tiny house. Construction was finished in 2022, so it is brand spanking new. It is 555 square feet. It's on about half an acre. The location is actually really prime. It's right in Anchor Point, about half an hour from Homer, about 200 miles from Anchorage. This beautiful tiny home was built by Lauren from Homegrown Construction, and we'll be doing a little interview with her at the end of this video, so stick around for that. So you kind of step right in to the kitchen, living room, dining room space. It's actually I feel like it's a pretty large space for such a tiny home. You could easily put a couch in here, a small couch, a small table. You're gonna see there's like these nice detailed murals that the builder actually did herself. She really enjoys doing that. I love the details in this home. The gold accents are like my favorite. So you have like these wall sconces up here, these nice windows on either side of the door. There's a similar one over the sink as we could kind of move into the kitchen space, and then it kind of matches all of the hardware as well that you see here in the kitchen. And this is just really beautiful. These butcher block countertops. I love a good butcher block countertop. Big farmhouse sink that's gold, really pretty. They're on natural gas here. 24-inch stove, you can fit normal size pans in here. This is actually a really nice size fridge. I wish we had a larger fridge, but I think a lot of times people have too large of a fridge freezer. They don't really need that big. So even though this kitchen is really small, it has a lot of storage. It uses the counter space wisely. I love the trees because as you look outside, we're just kind of in the middle of like a little forest. And so it kind of brings the outside in and like ties it all together. And I think that this house does that really well with all the big windows, with the big porch, with bringing these tree murals inside. It just all makes it feel very nature-like, and it just feels like a little retreat in here. The only source of heat is this little monitor heater. These are really nice. This is the exact same model that we have in our house, and it does really well. This is a 550 square foot house, and this thing is gonna keep it warm even in the cold Anchor Point winters. So moving on down the hall, we have this little closet here. And you could do a little bit of storage in here, probably not too much, because what's in here is the water heater, the on-demand hot water heater. This is also natural gas. You're gonna have low costs in this house, with the natural gas being the heat source and for the stove and everything like that. And also the small space, you're not gonna use a lot of electric. So, and the natural lighting in here really helps as well with low electric bills. So yeah, this is the bedroom off to kind of the right of the living room space. Slightly larger than the other one, definitely could fit a nice bed in here, a dresser. I love what she's done with the accent wall. The yellow accent wall just kind of warms up the space, makes it feel really cozy. There's a lot of windows in this. So we have like a big window here. You have this little window here that's gonna kind of bring in the sunlight, and you can see the tops of the trees. These doors I really love these doors. The stain on these doors, the black hardware. We have like the black hardware on the doors, and then like the gold in the kitchen and in the bathroom as well. And that all just kind of works really well together. And this matches really well the windowsills and all of that. Back to like kind of our gold hardware here. This is the closet, and I like the use of the double racks. You can fit more in here. It still has a long portion if you have like dresses, that sort of thing. A lot of times doors to closets, they serve the purpose of just closing off the closet so you can't see the junk. But this one actually lends itself to the room. It matches, it's very cute, and it actually kind of becomes like an accent part of the room. And there's a lot of young trees out here too. So this is gonna grow up to be a really nice forest, depending on who owns that lot. So one of the things that's really cool about this house is there are smart outlets. There's, I think, at least one in each room. These are so handy to be able to plug in lots of things into here. Your phone, your Apple Watch, and you don't have to have extra hardware. I'm always searching for a phone plug. I just can never find them. So this is the other bedroom. This room's a little more simple. It doesn't have the build out for the bed. Very similar to the other. It has the same yellow accent wall. You have your electrical panel here. Same kind of closet door. So very similar, a little smaller to make a good like kids bedroom. You can definitely see the twins loving this space. If it was a kid's bedroom, you could have like little things hanging, a little chest of drawers. This is the first window we've looked out of and we've seen another house, which is super nice. The trees really make it feel really secluded. And this window is huge. A little window for like extra lighting. You also have your smart plug over here. Now we've come to my favorite room. I love this bathroom. It doesn't even give the feel of being that small. It's luxury in a small space, and I love that. So this is the same type of butcher block countertop that we find in the kitchen. I love this raised sink. This whole sink setup is so elegant. Rounded mirror, the wall sconces, the gold hardware. It's just really nice. I love, and then the black, we were talking about that earlier, the black hardware like on the doors. And this, for a tiny house, this is a large sink space. Most tiny houses, when you are in their bathrooms, it's just like a small little sink. This is like got room for all your products, like your makeup, your toothbrushes, all your family stuff, whatever's going on. There's lots of room on this counter. And this bathroom is large too. I think there's room to put like a cabinet right here if you wanted more storage for towels. There's also room by the toilet. So this is the shower. The builder actually, sounds like this is kind of one of her things that she loves to do is do tile. And this tile work is gorgeous. It draws you in, it combines all of the elements of the bathroom and of this house with green that's also on these walls. And it brings out the gold flecks almost in this green because it's so shiny. This wood-like tile that kind of ties in with the butcher block countertops on the sink and the floors. It's gonna feel roomy when you're inside there as well. So that is a very nice shower. Nice standard issue toilet. I don't know what you say about a toilet. It's a toilet. It's a flushing toilet. It's not, some tiny houses have like, you know, those composting toilets or whatever. There's also a washer dryer hookup right here. You could do a nice stackable unit. So that would be perfect right here. Lots of room in this bathroom.
The first place I built in my 20s was a real learning experience. I'd never done any construction before. This was before YouTube really, so I actually had to go to the library and check out books. So that was the first place I did almost 20 years ago. We decided to start the business about 6 years ago, and just try to do it right. Hire people to do the things that are more efficient than I am and better at it.
And what was your name?
Lauren.
and the name of your business is?
Homegrown Construction.
Is this very similar to other places that you built?
In style and character, yeah. This is the smallest spec house. This one here is 550 square feet. And actually it was designed to be a rental. And then we just switched gears and put it on a lot to sell it.
Do you enjoy like designing small spaces? And
Yeah, I do. I like, there's just a lot of character in small places, I think. A lot of opportunity for nooks and contours and design elements that in larger square footage you lose, I think. You're really trying to maximize every space, and it really matters where you put your doors, where you put a closet. I mean, you just don't have a lot of options. So it really is strategic in how you design it, which I do enjoy. I like the small places. It's a challenge to get everything you need in a small square footage. I like putting a lot of windows in small places, so I do like that about this place. You get a lot of good light. I enjoy adding personal touches in my places, so I like doing murals, and I like putting a lot of detail in the tile work, so I like that in the bathroom. I do all the finished work, and on this place, because labor was pretty short, I did all the insulation and the siding and a lot of the other labor that I would typically enjoy hiring out, I had to do on this place just because we were short. For me as a small business, I'm the only labor force in the business, and so if I stay on small square footage places, it's a bite size I can handle when
You have to shop and
when
you have to do
neighbors
it
are
yourself.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you're interested, this house is actually currently for sale. We'll put the link in the description for that. If you want to follow along on our tiny house life and our future tiny house tours that we have coming up, hit that subscribe button. Thanks and see you next time.